Well, no, that's not entirely true. I was also writing scripts that I hoped would get produced,
Mm,
and they never did. In a lot of them, I never even got to first base.
mm.
And then I wrote this script about Pasolini in the late '90s, and I was turned down for like 23 grants. And I said, I must be an idiot if I can't read the handwriting on the wall. And it was the best script I had written. And Willem Dafoe was interested in being in it, and I couldn't get to first base with it. I mean, nobody wanted to have meetings with me after they read it, and I wanted Angelica Houston to play Maria Callas,
Mm.
and she, I didn't speak to her personally, but I spoke to her assistant, and she said, "Well, it's the best script." She said it's the best script she's read in half a year, and but it's too dirty for her. I said, "But like, not her part. I mean, she wouldn't have to say any dirty words on the screen." And she said, "No, no, no. She wants to do comedy." And I said,
Mm.
"Oh." And I think Angelica was like in her late 40s then. She
Mm.
wants to do comedy. She's a great, great actress. And I said, well, I had rented,
Right.
yeah, Bastard Out of Carolina and another movie that she had been in. And I said, well, had rented them, and I'm not going to watch them tonight. But I really know how to hurt an assistant, a movie star's assistant, right? Uh, and I thought if I could get Angelica Houston and Willem Dafoe, that this would be a ticket,
Yeah, yeah.
but I couldn't. I couldn't.
Mm.
And Willem Dafoe said, "Well, I could take it to my agent." I said, "Well, Willem, when you get to the part where Pasolini is being fucked by his father and blown by his brother, I mean, I'll be able to hear the your agent snapping it shut like that, even from where I live." So that was that with that. And
How did you get Willem Dafoe on board in the first place for the?
I know Willem.
Oh, okay.
It's from the downtown scene,
Mm.
Worcester group, and yeah, I've known Willem for a long time. And I wanted him to be in Chain Letters, but he had been in Streets of Fire, and his agents told him, "You cannot be in a low budget movie. We're going to make you a star," and they did. They did.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like
Mm.
Streets of Fire for what it's worth. So
I thought it was atrocious, but for what that's worth. But,
I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm saying
yeah,
Mm.
I mean, I have very few memories of it, but I remember at the time I didn't like. And I'm glad that he's had this career that where he can do anything now.
Mm.
Low budget films, films with the most obscure directors in the world, and then go
Maybe
to.
now we'll make the Pasolini movie.
He did make the Pasolini movie with Abel Ferrara, and I almost had a heart attack when I read that. And I said, "Oh boy, here we go to court again." But so that fortunately that movie had nothing to do with my script. I'm
Mm.
sure that he mentioned it to Abel Ferrara because I saw that in a friend mailed me an article in Hollywood Reporter that I had given Willem the idea or something like that. And it really stinks, the Abel Ferrara version. No, well, it does.
No, I'm sure I never saw it.
Would
I
I
still
lie
never
to, would
made
I
it all
lie
the
to
way through
you?
Salo. I get to like the chocolate mousse and I'm out.
Yeah, good. It's a good way to go.
Wow, that's wild though. And
So,
so
I decided I didn't want to make any more fiction features because I had, I think, like 10 scripts that couldn't or wouldn't get produced.
mm,
And when I did the John Garfield piece, I said, okay, this is it. And I I was quite sick again. And after I got over it, I decided I needed to change my life drastically. And people were selling their lofts in Tribeca, in Soho, like crazy. And when I found out that my neighbor had gotten this huge chunk of money for her loft, and my loft was much better than hers because it was the top floor, had a huge skylight and windows on both sides. And I called up a real
that's where
estate.
you shot a lot of the earlier films, like
Right, right.
okay.
Yeah. And I decided I'm going to move to Paris, you know, fuck this. And then I wrote a lot. And then in 2007, I started doing photo montages, partly to illustrate some articles that I wrote.